Come on in. Let me know if you're tuning in live or via recording. Welcome. All right. And as the podcast is going on, please leave your comments if you have, and let me know if this is resonating for you. All right. Okay, let me just make sure everything is set up here. You can see me and hear me. All right, let's see. All right, I think we're live. Welcome to the Karen Smith Frazier podcast, everyone. Again, please let me know where you're tuning in from and whether you're catching me live or the recording. And during the podcast, as I said before, let me know if anything hits home. Welcome to episode 63, The Invisible Trap and How to Escape It. I'll just do a quick introduction of myself. I am Karen Smith Frazier, and I'm a life coach and CEO and founder of Unleash Your Brilliance, LLC. And I help women during midlife to identify their dreams, align their actions, and make confident choices so they can create a life that truly reflects their authentic selves, who they truly are, not just what they've been presenting to the world for so long. Now, many women I speak with talk about feeling unfulfilled, stuck, or even trapped. Trapped in what? They are not out of their minds. They are trapped. I call it the invisible trap of the good life, or the good enough for me life, and the restlessness that comes with it. I see this in folks who maybe struggled during their childhood years and are doing a lot better in regard to society's measure of success. Education, job, career, maybe a family or significant others in their lives. So when faced with that restlessness of wanting more out of life, the self-talk goes something like this. This is so much better than when I grew up. I'm good. Or, I don't want to be selfish, greedy, and fill in the blank. I have enough. I should be content. Or another one, everyone says I'm great. I'm doing great, but I just don't feel it. Feels like I could be doing something more, but why rock the boat for everyone else? Any of these sound familiar? Well, I'm just going to break it down a little bit. Okay. First, stability isn't fulfillment. Just because the bills are paid and you've checked all the boxes for success doesn't mean that your life is fulfilling. Stability is that state or quality of being firm, steady, and resistant to change or disturbance, allowing your lifestyle or system to maintain its position. But on the other hand, fulfillment is a deep, lasting sense of inner satisfaction, purpose, and wholeness from living an authentic life aligned with your values, using your potential, and feeling your existence. Your existence is significant, often through meaningful contributions and strong connections, going beyond mere achievement to find deep joy and peace. It's that feeling that your life has meaning, even amidst the challenges. Stability is not the same as fulfillment. Second, gratitude doesn't erase ambition. Gratitude is a state of being thankful, grateful for the things you may have, or even grateful in the midst of challenges. Ambition is that strong desire to do or to achieve something, typically requiring determination and hard work. And there are different kinds of ambition. There's the personal growth, like self improvement with your life skills or your health. Another one is career achievement, work success, promotions, wealth, and then the social end, making a positive difference for others or a community. Wanting more doesn't make you selfish. Lacking consideration for others, being concerned chiefly for your own personal profit or pleasure can be selfish. But wanting more is a great reminder that you are human, creative, and desiring to grow in some area in your life. Another, let's see, another thing I wanted to talk about was fear. Fear does not have to rule the day. Anticipating what might happen if that is putting a lot of pressure on your ability to see into the future with the most negative outcomes coming to mind. We have the fear of disrupting the family in big and small ways. Oftentimes it's related to family routines. Why can't folks make their own lunch or do their own laundry? Wake themselves up. Where can you squeeze out time for yourself? Do you have to do everything that you're doing in the family? Fear of outgrowing friends. Friends come in all types. The go out and have fun friend that I'm not going to share anything personal with, or the friends of convenience, friends who can get me into the concert and they're all right with that kind of friendship. When I talk about friends, I'm talking about people who have your back, who want to see you grow, even if it means that it may mean that you grow away from them. We're at an age where the quality of friends can really drain you or be encouraging. When you start deciding for yourself, not around what others think, you'll outgrow friends because you start to realize that your time is limited and too precious to spend with folks who are making your journey a struggle instead of being a companion on the journey. Then there's that fear of being judged. Who do you think you are? The judgment comes in all sorts of ways. It could be subtle, like folks just stop talking to you. Many may be proud of you for taking a step toward your dream and upset with themselves that you had the guts to do it and they didn't. Another one is that fear of starting over a certain age, and you can fill in the blank. I guess as long as I'm alive at 40, 50, 70, I figure I've got time to try something new, keep learning and growing. Society has given women so many messages over the centuries, and we have absorbed a lot of those messages along the way. Who said starting over at 40, 50, 70 is impossible? Probably someone who was scared to do it themselves. And I'll leave it at that. Now, if you've been the responsible one your whole life, the achiever, you got your degrees, you got a job, or a career, a salary, you've been the caretaker, you made sure, those who relied on you were well taken care of, and you've gone above and beyond at times. Or maybe you're the peacemaker, sucking it up sometimes, putting your own needs aside at times to keep the peace or to protect others from someone else's wrath or negative outcome. Maybe saying yes when you wanted to say no just to keep others happy. Or maybe you're the woman who never rocks the boat, being the one that everyone relies on to be agreeable, the one who will go with the flow and not complain, but inside you're boiling. The bottom line is you don't need permission anymore. You never did. After speaking with, I want to say hundreds of women, but I'll say dozens of women in midlife, here's what I've learned. Most of us get stuck in the hamster wheel of life. And while it is moving, it feels impossible to get off without injury. We figure the only way off is to fall off, maybe get injured or sick and have to make an adjustment or change. Or we need to find another way to stop the spinning and get off. That restlessness is you unconsciously working on the escape plan from the hamster wheel. The change is already in the idea stages, but we keep burying it because all the circumstances aren't right yet. And change can be scary. But what if you took one step forward, one step toward that change where you are in your current circumstances? One move can begin to change the trajectory of your thinking, of your life. So be intentional. Name your invisible trap. Notice those limiting thoughts that have allowed you to be okay with staying trapped, with settling for being okay when you'd much prefer good or being great. How's that working out for you? And whose lives are being impacted while you stay stuck? It doesn't have to stay that way. So, as a recap, stability isn't fulfillment. Gratitude doesn't erase ambition. Wanting more doesn't make you selfish, and fear does not have to rule the day. If you have a proven track record of being responsible your whole life, odds are you will continue to do so when a new venture, whether it's big or small, comes along. All right, let me check the comments here. Whether it's big. And if any of this hit home, for you, put hit home in the chat. And if you'd like to explore the topic a bit more, direct message me hit home. And I'll make time for a 20-minute call where you can share more of what resonated. That is it for today. I'm hoping that you got some value. And again, have a good week. Don't play small. You're meant to grow. Your light is meant to shine. So unleash that brilliance, uncover that light. The world is waiting for you. Take care.